Do you ever stop to think about what's really on your breakfast plate? Most people don't. We wake up, shuffle into the kitchen, grab something quick and familiar, maybe toast, eggs, or a bowl of cereal, and get on with our day. But here's the thing, what you eat in those first 30 minutes can either protect your heart for the next 10 years or quietly damage it day after day. And I say that not to scare you, but to empower you. It's about stamina. It's about walking without getting winded. It's about keeping your independence. It's about living without fear of the big one, because if you're over 60, you already know how important your heart is. It's not just about cholesterol or blood pressure anymore, and yet, so many people are unknowingly sabotaging their heart before the sun is even fully up. I've worked with thousands of patients over the years, and I can tell you, the number one time of day when people get it wrong is breakfast. But inside your arteries, they're doing something very different. Why? Because breakfast foods are some of the sneakiest when it comes to hidden salt, sugar, and processed oils. They look innocent, they taste comforting, you might feel fine now. But inside, your blood vessels could be getting stiffer. Your inflammation might be rising, and that morning habit you've kept for years? It might be the one thing standing between you and a healthy heart. But don't worry, this video is not about fear. It's about simple changes that make a huge difference. Because when you remove just 3 common breakfast items, you can reduce your heart risk by up to 40%, according to several recent studies. And in today's video, I am going to show you exactly what those 3 things are and what to eat instead. These aren't extreme diets. They aren't expensive supplements. They're practical, doctor-approved swaps that anyone can make, starting tomorrow morning. So if you're over 60 and you care about your heart, this is one video you'll want to stick around for. Here's what we'll cover. I love hearing from our community all over the country and even around the world. If you're looking for real, practical health advice that's designed just for people over 60, this channel is for you. So please drop a comment below and let us know where you're tuning in from. The most common breakfast mistake that even healthy eaters make, it's probably in your pantry right now. The number one thing heart surgeons say to remove immediately, especially if you take blood pressure meds. And a simple, filling breakfast swap that's helped hundreds of my patients lose weight, lower their blood pressure, and feel more energized in just a few days. Sound good? Let's get started, but first, I want to know, where are you watching from today? And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We post new videos every week, and we keep things simple, clear, and honest. Just how health advice should be now, ready to protect your heart, starting tomorrow morning. Let us get into the first thing you should avoid at breakfast, and why it is hiding in plain sight. Let us start with one of the most dangerous things you can put on your plate in the morning: processed meats, especially bacon, sausage, and ham. Now, I know what you're thinking, Doctor, I've been eating bacon and eggs for 40 years. I feel fine, and yes, you might feel fine for now, but here's what most people don't know. Processed meats are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. That means the World Health Organization puts them in the same category as smoking when it comes to cancer risk. And for your heart, they're even worse. Let's break it down. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and saturated fat. When you eat them, here's what happens. Your blood pressure spikes, sometimes within an hour. Your blood vessels constrict, which makes your heart work harder. And over time, the inflammation that contributes to plaque buildup in your arteries. This is one of the leading causes of heart attacks in older adults. And the damage isn't always obvious. You don't feel your arteries hardening. You don't feel inflammation in your blood. But guess what? Your body still processes them the same way. The sodium load is still high. The inflammatory response, still there. But it's happening slowly, silently, every morning. And here is the kicker. Even the reduced sodium or uncured options at the grocery store, there's still trouble. It is about the pattern and what you're doing to your heart week after week, year after year. Uncured bacon just means they used natural preservatives, like celery powder, instead of synthetic ones. Is one slice going to kill you? No, but it's not about one slice. But many brands of turkey bacon still have sky-high sodium levels, sometimes more than pork bacon. Now, here's a common question I get from patients. You haven't. You've just made a lateral move. What if I just eat turkey bacon instead? I get it. Turkey bacon sounds healthier. And it can be slightly better in terms of fat content. So if you're switching to turkey bacon thinking you've solved the problem, so what should you eat instead? Add a few cherry tomatoes and you've got a breakfast that tastes great and helps lower inflammation. Here's the good news. You can still have a hearty, filling breakfast without processed meats. Your blood pressure can go down. You can feel better in just a few days. Try these: avocado toast on whole grain bread with a sprinkle of hemp seeds or sunflower seeds. It is healthy, but too much potassium can be dangerous if your kidneys aren't functioning well. Eggs, yes, real eggs, cooked without added salt or bacon. Some medications might need to be adjusted. It looks tasty, but it's working against your heart every single day. A veggie omelet with spinach, tomatoes, and mushrooms. Or even a plant-based sausage made from lentils, oats, or mushrooms, but always check the label. Some of these are still high in sodium, another favorite of mine. Grilled tofu slices with turmeric and black pepper. When's the best time to make the switch? Now, your body is always reviewing itself, and when you remove the daily sources of inflammation, like processed meat, your arteries can start to relax. But there's a warning I need to give. If you're on medications for high blood pressure or cholesterol, make sure to talk to your doctor before making any drastic diet changes, especially if you plan to cut salt and saturated fat suddenly. Also, if you have kidney issues, be cautious with potassium-rich alternatives like avocado. So always consult with your provider. Bottom line? If there's one thing I could magically remove from every senior's breakfast plate, it would be processed meat. And once you know that, you have the power to choose differently. Alright, ready for the second hidden danger? This next one is something so common, most people think it's harmless. But for your heart, it's a slow poison. Let's talk about that next. Alright, let us talk about the second big breakfast danger, and it's one you've probably seen in every kitchen in America. I'm talking about refined carbs and sugar-loaded breakfasts. Things like white bread, sugary cereals, pancakes, waffles, and those so-called healthy granola bars. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten a bowl of cereal at 8 a.m. and by 10 a.m. you're already starving again? Or you feel lightheaded, jittery, or tired? That's not your imagination. That's a blood sugar crash, and for your heart, it's a dangerous cycle. Let me explain. They hit your bloodstream like a freight train of glucose. Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin jumps in to help, and within an hour or two, you crash back down. When you eat refined carbs, like white toast or sugary cereals, your body breaks them down fast. So what do? You grab a snack, maybe something sweet. And the cycle starts all over again. Now, for younger people, this roller coaster is just annoying. But for seniors, especially those with high blood pressure, prediabetes, or heart concerns, it's a real risk. Here's what happens. Repeated blood sugar spikes cause inflammation. Inflammation damages artery walls. Damaged arteries lead to plaque buildup. Plaque buildup leads to heart attacks and strokes if sugar, or anything ending in "-ose is one of the first three ingredients. Put it back. Sounds scary, it is, but the good news is, it's completely preventable. But only if it's the right kind. Most of them are loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. Apple cinnamon, maple brown sugar. They sound healthy, but read the label. Some have more sugar than a donut. Let's talk cereal for a second. That keeps your blood sugar stable, which reduces inflammation and helps your heart stay strong. Many brands, even the ones labeled heart healthy or made with whole grains, are packed with sugar, corn syrup, and artificial flavors. Take a look at the label next time you want to switch to 100% whole grain or sprouted grain bread. Look for at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Now, one question I get a lot is, what about oatmeal? Great question, because oatmeal can be amazing for your heart. Add your own cinnamon, a few berries, some crushed walnuts, and maybe a drizzle of honey or a splash of almond milk. Now that's a breakfast your heart will thank you for. Oatmeal instant oatmeal packets? Instead, go for plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats. And here's the key difference. When you eat whole grains instead of refined carbs, your body digests them slowly. And what about bread? White bread, even if it's enriched or says wheat on the label, is usually just processed flour that spikes your sugar. Want an easy trick? If you can crush it into a ball and it sticks together like Play-Doh, it's deprocessed. Here's a great breakfast swap. Instead of white toast with jelly instant or sugary cereal with skim milk, try bananas and mangoes are high in sugar and potassium. Better to stick with berries and smaller portions, and always talk to your doctor if you're not sure. A slice of Ezekiel bread with almond butter and banana rolled oats with cinnamon and blueberries, Greek yogurt unsweetened with flax seeds and walnuts. And let's not forget one of the sneakiest sugar bombs of all, breakfast smoothies. You'd be surprised how many of these are just milkshakes in disguise, packed with sweetened yogurt, juice, honey, and even added sugar or syrups. A heart-healthy smoothie should include a handful of greens like spinach, a scoop of plain protein powder, berries, but it's actually a silent killer, chia or flax seeds, unsweetened almond milk or water. That way, you're getting fiber, healthy fat, and protein, the perfect combo to keep blood sugar steady and your arteries happy. But here's a caution. Diabetics and those with kidney disease need to be careful with fruit-heavy smoothies. And if you're trying to lose weight, cutting refined carbs and sugar in the morning can be one of the fastest ways to shrink your belly and take pressure off your heart. Let's recap this one. Say goodbye to white toast, pastries, and sweetened cereal. Say hello to whole grains, rolled oats, and clean protein. Read those labels. Even healthy foods can hide sugar, and build your breakfast around stability, not sugar spikes. Simple, right? It's not about perfection. It's about better choices, one meal at a time. Now, ready for the third and final breakfast habit that could be aging your heart faster than you realize? This one's especially dangerous because it feels like a healthy habit. Let's dive into that next. Alright, we've covered processed meats and sugary carbs. But this next one, it hides in places most people never suspect. It's in your healthy granola, your salad dressing, your whole wheat muffin, and even that low-fat yogurt you keep in the fridge. I'm talking about vegetable oils like canola, soybean, corn, and sunflower oil. Now wait, didn't we used to hear that vegetable oil is better than butter? Yes, that was the belief for a long time. But science has moved forward, and what we know today is this. Highly refined vegetable oils are one of the top contributors to heart inflammation. Let me break it down. During this process, the oils become unstable and form something called oxidized fats, basically damaged fats that create free radicals in the body. Most vegetable oils are processed using heat and chemicals. Free radicals equals inflammation, and inflammation equals higher risk of heart disease, especially in seniors whose arteries are already more sensitive. Now here's what's tricky. These oils are used in everything. Why? Because they're cheap, they're shelf-stable, and they make food taste rich. Even foods marketed as heart-healthy or low-fat can contain them. If it says vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, or anything hydrogenated, that's what we're talking about. Take a look at the back of any store-bought granola bar, muffin, cereal, or light salad dressing. Even that egg white veggie wrap from your favorite coffee shop. Probably cooked in canola oil. So, how do these oils affect your heart? Here's the simple version. They promote systemic inflammation, they increase levels of LDL bad cholesterol, they reduce your body's ability to fight oxidative stress. They can stiffen artery walls over time, and here's a fact that surprises a lot of people. Here are 3 heart-friendly oils you can switch to today. Many of the studies that originally said vegetable oil was healthy were based on outdated models that focused only on cholesterol. They didn't take inflammation or oxidation into account. Now that we know better, it's time to make better choices. Here's a question I hear a lot. But doctor, if I stop using vegetable oil, what should I cook with? Just don't go overboard. Great question. It takes a little getting used to, but your heart will thank you. Extra virgin olive oil, rich in antioxidants and polyphenols. Avocado oil, great for higher heat cooking. Coconut oil in moderation, best for baking or occasional use. Yes, coconut oil is saturated fat, but it's a natural, stable fat that doesn't oxidize easily. Another great tip, use water or vegetable broth when cooking things like scrambled eggs or sautéed greens. Now let's talk breakfast examples. Instead of this, store-bought granola healthy muffins from the grocery store, flavored oatmeal in a cup, coffee shop wraps cooked on a griddle. Try this. Go slowly and talk to your doctor. You notice discomfort. Homemade oats baked with flax seeds, almond milk, and blueberries. Whole grain toast with mashed avocado and a poached egg. Don't let your healthy breakfast turn into a 600-calorie mistake. A smoothie bowl topped with nuts and seeds, scrambled eggs cooked with olive oil spray and spinach. Just making the oil swap can dramatically reduce inflammation, improve your cholesterol numbers, and even help you feel less bloated. But let me give you one important heads up. If you're someone with gallbladder issues or you've had your gallbladder removed, be careful with high-fat breakfasts, even healthy fats. And if you're watching calories for weight loss, yes, olive oil is healthy, but it's still calorie dense. Measure it. 1 tablespoon is about 120 calories. Here's a simple takeaway. If you see any of these ingredients in your breakfast foods, canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, vegetable oil, or anything that says hydrogenated, just skip it. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about removing the biggest daily sources of inflammation, and for most seniors, breakfast is the place to start. So let's do a quick recap. Vegetable oils are not heart healthy. They're processed and inflammatory. They hide in healthy foods like granola, muffins, and wraps. Swap them for olive oil, avocado oil, or water-based cooking. And always read your labels. The fine print matters. Now, we've covered the 3 biggest enemies of a heart-healthy breakfast. In the next section, I like to walk you through how to put it all together, what a good morning looks like, how it helps your heart long-term, and how to stay on track every day. Let's close this out with some real-life examples, encouragement, and your next steps. Let's take a breath. We've covered a lot today, and if you've made it this far, I want to say thank you. It means you care about your health. You want to live longer, feel better, and stay independent for as long as possible. So let's recap what we've learned. The 3 most dangerous breakfast habits, especially for seniors, are eating processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham, starting the day with refined carbs and sugar bombs like cereal, white toast, and pastries, using or unknowingly consuming inflammatory vegetable oils like canola, corn, and soybean oil, and while none of them will hurt you today, it's the years of repetition that build up, quietly, invisibly, until one day, you get the diagnosis you never saw coming. Each of these habits puts silent pressure on your heart through inflammation, sugar crash, and damaged blood vessels. But here's the good news. You can reverse this trend starting tomorrow morning. Your breakfast can be a healing moment, one that protects your arteries, lowers your blood pressure, and gives you clean energy for the day ahead. Let me show you what a heart-healthy breakfast looks like. Option 1, plain steel-cut oats with cinnamon, chia seeds, blueberries, and a splash of almond milk. 1 boiled egg on the side. Green tea with lemon. Option 2, whole grain toast with mashed avocado and a sprinkle of hemp seeds. Scrambled egg whites with spinach, cooked in olive oil water with a squeeze of lime. Option 3, unsweetened Greek yogurt with walnuts, flax seeds, and raspberries. Herbal tea or black coffee, no sugar or creamer. Each of these meals takes 10 minutes or less, and each one is packed with fiber to lower cholesterol, healthy fats to reduce inflammation, protein to stabilize blood sugar, micronutrients that support blood vessels, brain, and bones. And most importantly, these meals help your heart relax instead of work overtime. You'll probably notice within a week or 2 More stable energy throughout the morning, less bloating or indigestion, lower numbers at your next checkup, and maybe even a little weight loss. Without trying too hard now, I know change isn't always easy. We all have habits, foods we love, routines that are hard to break. Or look at the label on your granola bar and say, nope, not today, but you don't have to do this perfectly. Just start with one change tomorrow, and you move through your day with confidence instead of worrying. Maybe you skip the bacon or switch to whole oats. That small moment of awareness, that's what creates momentum. And when you keep going day after day, breakfast after breakfast, your heart gets stronger, your risk goes down. Because here's what I know for sure, it really helps us bring you more valuable content, and it lets YouTube know this information matters. It's never too late. You can be 60, 70, even 85, and still make changes that add years to your life. Your body is always ready to heal. Your heart wants to serve you. Give it the chance. Now before we go, I want to ask you two quick favors. If you found this video helpful, please remember to hit the like button. And tell us in the comments, which of these 3 changes will you try first? Will you ditch the bacon, skip the cereal, switch out the oil? Or maybe you've already made some of these swaps, and you've got a tip to share with others. Either way, we'd love to hear from you, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week, with real tips for real people over 60, because your health matters. And we're here to help you protect it. Thanks so much for watching and for caring about your heart. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, one bite at a time.